So a while back on our channel, we made a video regarding how to use your phone as a webcam, since your phone has a very good camera, and this is a very affordable option in terms of not having to buy a 1080p webcam or something like that for your PC or laptop, since you are taking a lot of conference calls and things like that. But in this video, we want to talk about how you can use a wired setup, because the wireless method we talked about may appeal to some, but it requires a very stable internet connection, which not everyone has access to. So in this USB technique, you'll essentially be connecting your phone using a USB-C or micro USB port to your computer using a USB port as well. And then from there, you can essentially just use your phone as a webcam. And this essentially does not rely on internet in terms of transmitting video data from your phone to the laptop. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so I wanted to get started with the phone side of things. So as you guys can see, we have the phone right here. And the first thing you actually want to do is go ahead to the Play Store. If I can type, there we go. Play Store, hit here. Oh. You hit on Webcam. So I already have this installed, so go ahead and install this. It should be by Dev47 apps, as you guys can see right there. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and click open once you have it ready. So that is pretty much what you need to do if you have USB debugging installed. So I know that most of you guys may be a little confused regarding what that is, so I just want to show you guys the process really quickly. So what you want to do is go ahead to your settings, go there. Then what you want to do is you want to scroll all the way to the bottom. You should see the section called About Phone. And go ahead and click there. And then here there should be just like a bunch of information that you probably don't need to access ever really, except for this time. So here you guys can see this build number at the bottom. What you want to do is actually, so it says no need, you're already a developer, but if you do not have developer options enabled, which is not enabled by default, what you need to do is tap it 10 times. Right, it should like just keep tapping it, and after you tap it like 5 times, it just says like, hey, you have like 2 tries left, 1 try left, 3 tries left, whatever, right? And just like tap it enough times, then you should have developer options enabled. Now once you have it enabled, what will probably happen is you can go down right back here, and not on About Phone but in System. If you go in System, then you click Advanced, you guys should see a developer options now. Go ahead and click that. So as you guys can see, actually, let me turn this off, and you see it basically disappears. So if you don't know about this, you can't really do it. So I'm just going to keep tapping. They're 1 step away. I'm just going to put my pin. I can cut this part out with my hand. Okay, there we go. And as you guys can see, you are now a developer. Let's go back. And let's go into here, System. Let's go here, Developer Options. And you guys can see we're back in here. Now the key thing you want to do here is turn on USB debugging. Hit enter, hit OK, and you guys should be pretty much ready to go in terms of the phone side of things. So as you guys can see, this USB cable is from my laptop. I'm just gonna plug that in. Just want to show you guys a full experience. Actually, you guys should feel some sort of vibrate or something like that, just to indicate that it has been detected. And once it is detected, if you guys go all the way here, it should say right here, USB debugging connected. So just always just make sure that is ready, and you're essentially good to go. I just want to make one last clarification before we jump between the devices, is that you will see this one pop-up like enable this computer to make changes, or like something like enable this computer's fingerprint. Just click always allow or something like that if it's your own personal laptop, because then it's all good, and you basically avoid having to click on the pop-up multiple different times. That is all for the phone side of things. So now let's head back over onto the laptop / the multi-angle perspective. All right guys, so as you guys can see, we're live on the laptop, as well as I have another camera which is taking in some of the input so that you guys can sort of see the setup that's going on. So let's go ahead and actually download the Windows client for the app that we just installed. So here I have my Chrome open. All you need to do is actually go on dev47apps.com. So this is the developer, and as you guys saw in the sort of Android install, that it is the same thing. So what you guys want to do, hit Windows client and just download it. I already have it downloaded, so you know when I hit start and I hit Droid Cam client, it pops up. So by default it should be on this setting, and this is what you use to connect by Wi-Fi, and we already made a video on that, so check it out. We'll link in the description. But you know, since this is the USB version, what you want to do is hit on the USB, and actually what you want to do is once you have this set up here, we can go ahead and actually go to the phone. As you guys can see, I'm trying to manage two angles here. So once we have this here, I'm just gonna go ahead. I don't want audio because I just want the audio to be from my laptop. As you guys can see, I go ahead and hit refresh here. There we go. So Moto G is automatically connected. Now, usually on the phone, there is usually like a pop-up that comes up that sort of states like, you know, do you recognize this fingerprint from the laptop? And essentially all it's asking is like, do you trust this laptop? Because your phone is essentially directly sending stuff to your laptop. Your laptop is direct access to your phone. So, you know, obviously only enable it if this is your personal computer or a computer that you trust. So now that we have this, you guys can see the name of my phone does pop up after I hit the refresh button here, and I can hit start. Oh, video connection is lost. Okay, so how you can actually fix that really easily is actually let this load up. The mistake I made is, let me go back on my phone side. You actually have to have the Droid Cam client open. So as you guys can see, this is the screen for the Droid Cam client, and when I go ahead and hit the USB, should still be detected, and there you go, kaboom. You guys are able to see this, and you guys are able to also see on the laptop. As you guys can see, it's not the best because you sort of have to keep it in this horizontal position, but now if I switch over to the laptop end, I sort of have something like this. You guys can sort of see like this is actually quite good quality compared to, you know, most webcams out there, even though the resolution is still 360p, and this is actually really easy to use with any other app. So let me go ahead and put that here. The angle here is gonna be a bit bad at the moment because I laid it down, but you can create this sort of custom, I guess, almost mount using, I've seen people do it with like the thing, clothes hangers and things like that. But let me go ahead and open up, you know, a Google Meet or something like that. This is like a, you know, sample scenario. So start an instant meeting. So I am right in a meeting. And what you want to do is, for most of these video apps, it's actually the same drill. I'm going to go ahead and hit started. And it's actually not showing my video, even though it is turned on. Oh, they turned it off, is because it's being used by OBS, like the screen recording software. So what I actually want to do is go ahead in settings, go in video. Instead of hitting this, what you want to do is Droid Cam Source 3. And now you guys can see I am back into business. So if you sort of have this angle and, you know, I'm chatting with you, it looks much better because your camera angle is just much better. Oh, and you guys can see I was sort of blocking my laptop webcam that I'm using, but you guys can see in Google Meets it shows up really crisp and really nice. And, you know, the same thing applies for Zoom or any other thing you're using. What you always want to make sure that you are doing is going into the settings of whatever, you know, call it usually shows up, and then you just want to hit in settings, go in video settings. All you really need to do is hit the source, or it will say camera, and just hit the Droid Cam source. And it's usually Droid Cam Source 3 instead of Droid Cam Source 2. So as you guys can see, we used a wired connection, which is way more stable, especially if you have pretty poor Wi-Fi. So guys, please let me know how this video was, any feedback, any future video ideas, things like that. If you dislike the video, let us know. You know, hit the dislike button and let us know, how we can improve. And that's been it for this video. Peace.